What's up, friends? This is Manni, and the Mauler Titan is about to get really heavily nerfed. And it is one of the few times in which I'm actually looking forward to a nerf, not because I generally agree with nerfs at all, but because the game is so unplayable at the moment without that. And of course that also is the reason, or it means that Pixonic should have just done the right job at releasing the Titan in an okay state rather than releasing it as usual too broken so that a nerf later has to happen. Yeah, but that's just more of us. It's just what the game is financing itself with broken content. They can't sell you something that's okay. They must always sell you something that's broken. Maybe this is the only way you buy it. I don't know. But this is how it is right now. In any case, the Titan is going to get a hefty nerf. We're talking about an increase of durability of 10% and in an increase of speed of 40 to 45, so getting a little more mobile, just so that it doesn't sound all too nerfy all of a sudden. And then the defense points are going down from 250 fully maxed to 200. The duration of the hook effect is when you dash towards the enemy and you become nearly impossible to be killed because you convert all the damage to dot. Goes from 10 seconds duration to only 6, right, per dash. You have 2 dashes, you regenerate them very quickly in 12 seconds per dash, but now instead of covering 10 seconds with each of them, it will only cover 6. So since during the lifespan, even of the fastest kill Mauler, he will dash at least 3 times, maybe even, or generally even 4 or more, because it takes a while to kill him. And that means that each of those dashes has 4 seconds less. There's a significantly higher time in which you can actually just deal damage to this Titan now. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. I'm sick of these Maulers just getting spawned and basically ruining the game until the end of the match. That's one thing. And the other thing is that the reduced resistance to dot damage is also a big part, because instead of 75%, it's only 55%. So even that damage which he converts to dot now does more damage to him. Okay, so yeah, reduce the duration of the hook effect during which, yeah, okay. So I've mentioned all of the parts, but this isn't all of it all together, because you know what are you guys playing the Mauler with? That's right, you're playing with Anguisher and Ruiner, correct? And I can say that pretty confidently because I know that for a fact, as so many of you play that build. I was yesterday or the day before when I recorded gameplay, I was actually surprised to see how many Maulers there were. And considering this to be a new Titan, how did you all get that Mauler? You know, I know I still am part of the creator program. I might not be a mentor anymore with a press account, but I do still make WarRobots content, and as such, I achieve such and such million views on WarRobots, and for that, my own personal account still gets new stuff sent to him to review. So I do get an Mauler Titan from that. But how did you all get your Mauler Titans? I was really surprised to see how many there are. It's like at least every second Champions League player is running that exact build. Did I just say that twice? Maybe even more than every second, because look at this. This is just an old match, a regular old match. There was one luchador, and then now you see there is literally 4 of those exact builds walking around right here. 4 of them. 4 Maulers with exactly Anguisher and Ruiner. And this is a normal day in WarRobots on the Champions League. Everybody has it now. And no wonder that Pixonic now decides to nerf it, right? Now the sales were made. The money has been earned. Most of the profit came in. The game has suffered tremendous damage from the existence of this overpowered Titan. Gameplay became dull and stupid because of that. So, great time to nerf it now. This is exactly how the game monetizes itself. And this is, in a very short way to put it, the reason that I hate the game for, or what I hate the game for, you know? Not that I hate the game in general, but this is what I hate about it. This is what makes it so bad. This is what could make the difference between an amazing game and this garbage sometimes. Sometimes garbage, sometimes fun. But increasingly I meet more and more hackers, maybe also because people are just fed up with all the BS, But yeah, if I was to like change something about Pixonic's business practice to actually get back war robots in a state that's hilariously fun and has a future, changing this overpoweredness on new content so that the subsequent nerf doesn't hit so hard, maybe isn't even necessary, selling interesting content rather than broken content, that would be the way to go. But yeah, I want to continue on the path of nerf. The Anguisher and Ruiner, that is getting a nerf as well. The increased damage over time is from 400 to 600 damage. So apparently, I didn't even know that, the weapon does an overtime damage? Like a dot effect? Really? I always felt like boom boom death is what kills you. I never felt like boom boom and then afterwards tick killed me. Nah. Boom boom killed me usually, and my enemies too. So yeah, apparently there's a dot effect and it gets stronger from 400 to 600. And the reduced damage is a really big one. So 40% just plain out reduced damage. Boom, okay? So 40% of your damage output is simply gone. And then that's not all. The increased horizontal spread of the projectiles fired is 25%, and the vertical spread is 33% increased. So horizontally, you spread a little less, like you have a little more centered cone of firing, and vertically, you will fire a little higher with your spread, so you'll cover more area with your spread in a vertical cone from that nerf going forward. Interesting. So because right now the weapon is actually relatively accurate even at range, and in the future you basically have to use the shot grouping skills on pilots in order to compensate for that. But you will still have a great firepower at short range. Even with 40% less, the weapon will still deal a lot of damage, but there is a big difference between this and then, And reduced dot duration from 10 seconds to 4. Yeah, again, I never saw anybody getting... I don't think I've ever seen any player getting killed by a dot effect coming from this weapon. I think it says everything that I didn't even know there was a dot effect on it. I think that says everything. But yeah, so this is basically the nerf coming up to the I always want to say Ruiner Titan because it ruins the game so much. But it's the Mauler Titan. I feel like it would have been more appropriate to call it the Ruiner Titan. Here comes, by the way, an interesting bug. Look where my weapons are firing. Did you see it? I was shooting him, my weapon fired to the right. And it happens again now. Look. What the heck is this? What are you doing, weapon? Maybe that was a pre-nerf version or a post-nerf version that I got there. But yeah, so this is the nerf. And then one of the very few nerfs that I'm actually looking forward to. I hate nerfs altogether because you know what it means? A nerf means Pixonic failed at their job, basically. That's what it is. I'm sorry to say it again like this, but really, if you have to nerf something that was previously sold, it means you were doing a terrible job at releasing it the right way. Of course, Pixonic will disagree with me, because the way the game actually monetizes is by selling the content in a broken state. It has to happen this way, or at least this seems to be what Pixonic feels. Yeah, that's unfortunately what's... Oh, wait a minute, I just got a kill with a dot effect! Are you kidding me? I just made this video and now I actually do get a kill with a dot effect. No way, there is a dot effect on this weapon. Who would have thunk it? Okay, well then, case in point. And that dot effect will be a little more damaging, but with a shorter duration. So yeah, thanks putting some more effort onto the dot effect, I guess. Yeah. Oh, if only we could make a difference here and actually change the way the game is, you know, financing itself to a more stable, future-proof war robots. Because, you know, this is, and you still know this all, guys, this is by far the largest game in this genre. The most successful game of all of them. And it could be so much more successful. It could literally be the Brawl Stars of this genre. We could be having a game here where we make a video every day with 200,000 views, where we have so many people tuning in, where Pixonic could actually make money so much more from simply like advertising and so on, because the game has such an insane rate of popularity, you know, just like Brawl Stars. This could have happened with War Robots too, and it just hurts my soul so much that that Pixonic has chosen this pay-to-win path for their monetization model. But yeah, at least one of the pay-to-win items will be a little less game-breaking soon. But yeah, I hate nerfs altogether. It's just awful. Something that you buy with money or unlock by effort, suddenly getting weaker. I don't like it. And you know that nerfs happen in phases. Maybe that's the last thing I say, that often there is not just one nerf. There's one other nerf coming later that makes it worse. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Catch you soon in the next video and tell me what you think about the topic. See you around. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.